And that's how things started. Ordinary people. That's who we are.
Yeah.
You, me, everyone. We're here.
Yeah.
That's it. There's no periphery.
Man. Hey people, welcome to our Underrated Individuals podcast. Today I've got a special guest, Richie Webb, and those of you who may not know him, he will give us a short introduction, which might be long, of tell us a little bit about who you are and what you're up to, bro.
Thank you, JJ, or Mr. Jerome. So Richie Webb, South African, living in Zambia now, and have been for permanently this February, but 3 years been coming to the project. And then we created the Food Forest Foundation out of a need to solve hunger and severe poverty. 2019 when I came here, it was a severe drought and people were dying. So I said, okay, cool, I give you my word, I give you a promise, I'll come back and solve the problem. And then so went to the UK, travel, and then saved up some money, and now we're here building the food forest.
So
yeah.
I'm gonna go way back, okay? Like with this podcast, what we try and do is I try and highlight a little bit more about you as an individual.
Cool.
You know, kind of paint the picture of we're just normal people. You know, a lot of the time people see people that are doing some exceptional things and they go, oh, I can't do that. And then we show them like, no, actually, we all start from different places, but we all are just people.
That's it.
You, South African and English.
Yeah.
Okay. So where could we start from? What was it like? Where did you grow up?
Okay, cool. So I get it. Thank you. Okay, so born in Johannesburg, in Jozi, just outside of Johannesburg, in a little rural, they call it peri-urban. And so I grew up there. I mean, that family home was 27 years my family had it for. So it was a long time. So I spent a lot of time, and we had horses, and we had like all sorts of little small like animals growing up, kind of like, you know how it goes. So I grew up in Joburg and then schooled in Johannesburg and then went to school in Durban, which changed my life. I went to a very privileged school there and met some incredible people and introduced me to a whole new way, as we were talking earlier today, a whole new way of thinking and understanding the world. And that led me into a series of going into business and playing rugby and, you know, like having a massive ego and going in, being really tall and playing first team rugby. You get a big ego and all your mates, they like corral you up and you're like, yeah, you actually think you're great, but you're not. And then so I grew up in Johannesburg, schooled in Durban, University of Cape Town, played rugby for them, went overseas, played pro rugby there, came back, got into team building, experiential stuff. We created a thing called the Experiences account at Sun International, and fantastic. Traveled South Africa, Africa, and did a lot of beautiful game stuff. A lot of internet, like deeply in the bush with some experienced people, and that influenced me heavily to where I am now. And then into Johannesburg, back again for business, and then lots of stories there, as we spoke about, lots of great stories. And that kind of carved my mind into business, but nothing about really myself or the earth or what are we doing, you know, the normal questions you don't ask yourself. And then when I turned 38, massive problem in my life, crash, came down, hugely humbled, and then did my pilgrimage, as I told you yesterday. So I started my pilgrimage barefoot walking, and then came to this place, and over that journey I've now realized it's a whole new story here. And so that finds me to
wait, sorry, because I'm sure them pick it up. I might just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Puppies, sorry, the puppies are eating a little.
Hey, girls, come inside. Don't eat anymore.
Don't eat the bar. The kitchen. Yeah, and so?
Okay, so now, look, okay, we've gone through pilgrimage was a big one.
Yeah.
I know you've touched on it, but barefoot walking. How did you end up even getting to that state where you're like, okay, I'm gonna get rid of these shoes? You know, like what was the thinking in that?
So remember we were talking about that mate Matt Stevens?
Yeah.
So he would walk on the rocks. So we did a lot of crayfishing and spearfishing growing up with him. Very privileged background he came from. It was amazing. What he exposed me to was incredible adventures. And so Matt, he would walk on the rocks barefoot, and I would be with my booties, and I'd still be hurting. I'm like, holy shit, man, it's impossible. And I'd always like been envious of that. Like,
how does he do it?
Yeah, because I love walking barefoot. As a kid, we'd run around barefoot, but then we become so attached to, as we were saying earlier, our styles. Let's get our Nikes, let's get our Air Jordans, our Converse, and then we lose absolute touch of, actually, hang on a second, the whole soul connecting, barefoot walking. That's cool, that's fine. Why I do it is because if you are barefoot, you are absolutely aware of everything, because if you're not, you cut your feet.
Yeah.
And I cut my feet not daily, but at least once or twice a week.
Yeah.
And it's just a constant reminder to go, hey, wake up, bro. Be aware. We were talking about the different levels of intelligence. That's one of the intelligence levels, is awareness, is to be aware of your surroundings, 2, 3, 4 dimensions, 5 dimensions.
Yeah.
And that's the barefoot walking, is you can't not. Because when we wear shoes, we can just
Yeah, you can just go.
Yeah.
And stand on glass. Okay.
Yeah. And also, like, for your body movements are so important. So if you are losing strength in your ankles, as a sportsman as you are, you know when you sidestep, if your ankles aren't super agile, super strong, you ain't going to make that move. No, you're no chance. And if you wear shoes,
it absorbs a lot.
Remember in the old day rugby, we used to play with high tops. All the locks used to play with high tops.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah. Try and give you more ankle support.
Yeah, for what? Yeah.
So now we look at that barefoot walking. You've trekked quite far. Like, I did a drive from Livingston to Mongu.
Yeah.
And you went up to Sioma
Falls.
Yeah. Sioma, that's how many Ks? Approximately like 200 and...
I think it's more than that.
Nearly 300 Ks,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I don't know the exact kilometrage.
Yeah, but it's about 300 Ks.
But it's like a week. You met one of the guys we stayed at, Bobby. It's so funny. Yeah, it's so funny.
So it's like... What? Okay.
We also hitched a bit as well. We didn't walk the whole thing. We still hitched it, but still, because sometimes we couldn't get access to the river because of farms, and then you're on a tar road, which is difficult. Walking on a tar road for hours, if not days, is difficult. Also destroys your feet.
Yeah.
So you actually want to be off-road barefoot.
Man. And what spurred this trek from here, like going towards there?
Well, it started the idea was to walk from
Livingston?
Bodikaya.
Oh.
And then I was like, no ways. To walk to here, to Livingston,
yeah,
that's boring. stuff that. So I flew to Joburg, got my pack, got everything ready, asked all my mates, because I remember I went to Zero as a pilgrim.
Yeah.
So I asked the brothers, okay, cool, let's go. Okay, now I'm going to do my thing. So then flew to Livingston, and then at Livingston started walking. And then got here, and then I stayed, because I wanted to stay here for a long time. So I had 2 years, let's say, I could walk to France. That was the plan.
Man, and then you got hooked.
Yeah, for many hooks, bro. Many hooks.
Okay, so now you've done the walk. You've experienced these people, and you said something when we were in conversation about how they looked after you when you had lost everything. How did you end up losing everything? What was that like?
Yeah. So there was a series of ego-destroying blocks.
Yeah.
And I started realizing that a younger friend, Richard, have you picked up any patterns in your own story when you break up with someone? I'm like, nah, what are you talking about? It's always their fault.
It's never me.
What are you talking about? Impossible. You're like, okay, maybe I should analyze that. Let's see what he's talking about. And then you realize, okay, shit. Yeah, I was a fool. That's fine, no problem. It's who you were when you were, and that's great. No problem, cool. Now, analyze, adjust, realize. We were talking about earlier, ordinary people. And that's how things started. Ordinary people. That's who we are.
Yeah.
You, me, everyone, we here.
Yeah.
That's it. There's no periphery.
Man.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, this is just... You're taking me on my own trip. Like, we've had so many conversations since last night. I've told you about me being homeless and stuff, and kind of like that realization as well of, like, as you say, just people help me through my journey, and this was a community that helped you.
Yeah.
And you've come back, and when we talk about education in the African context, there's a guy called Maponga. He's like a minister in Zim, and he's gone through the church, and then he's become an apostle. Like, then we've got what we call apostoli, so like these these traditional kind of leaders.
Yeah.
And his understanding of Christianity and tribalism and traditionalism and all of this stuff, he's an academic. And he says, you know, Africa, we need to look at our problems. If we take it from a village concept, it's like you come from a village that has issues. You know, there's no such thing as perfect. See the problems, and then go and learn what you need to learn and come back and fix those problems. But you're learning to fix those problems. I find a lot of people have started to learn in order to line their pockets. Okay? And that's the driving factor. It's like capital, capital, capital. How much am I going to make? And that's what's driving our decisions. You've come back and you've said, I've seen the problem. It's food. I want to make sure people eat. We want to feed the community. And not at a cost. I want to make sure they eat for free. How did you stumble upon this idea of feeding the community? You know, was this something that came to you in a dream? Or is it something where you just like, I can see the problem and I want to make sure that people are fed? I don't know. Share with us how you stumbled upon those blocks.
Yeah. So as a young kid, I've always had these like long non-sleepless nights trying to solve something. Like this obviously must come from trauma somewhere as a kid, you know. This is what happens. So then you go into a section where solving things. So like I try and solve problems, and these problems are starting talking about humanity, how to build it big. And also I was playing SimCity a lot as a young kid. So I had I played SimCity for 20-40 hours. I loved it. And developing these bigger systems became part of like my psyche growing up. So I've always wanted to, I've always been helpful, I've always given, I'm always a soft soul. Yeah. Let's help, let's do things. But like to bring it here, I've also traveled a lot and I've seen a lot of poorer communities, and they're always happy.
Yeah.
And surely the goal in life, or the dream, the ambition is just to be happy.
Yeah.
So, and then you look at all the wealthy people, and they're always fighting, screaming, getting divorced, suing each other.
Yeah.
Every dinner party you go to, there's some skinner about someone doing something. And then you live here, or you live anywhere, like Central America, also super relaxed. Nicaragua is super relaxed. People here are river people, the community. This hasn't changed in 1,000 years. The Mokoro on the river there, that picture's 1,000 years old.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And when you come back here and you come to the slow pace of life. So what I was searching for, like the healing process that we go for, the search, the hero's journey, the quest, is you look for something. And for me it was calm, because I had so stress, big stress, major stress.
Yeah.
And I want calm, and I want beautiful souls and beautiful people. And then I knew this place was like this. That's why I started the pilgrimage here. But I'd only realized, like alchemists, you'd only realize the seed was there. You had to go and do your whole story to come back to realize you were sitting on the treasure all along.
Yeah.
So now I realize that the treasure is here, but it was the treasure of the people, and the islands are so special and so spectacular.
Yeah. Yeah, I can attest to that.
Yeah.
Like, just getting here last night, it was magic.
Yeah.
It was a magical moment, you know, getting on the Makoro, going round, and then just getting dropped off. And I was in awe the whole way through.
Yeah,
and the guys, like, I swear, Chico looked at me at one point, and he was just like,
yeah. It's excellent.
But
Did you do the full loop round?
The full loop
you
round.
You went up quite a bit, and then you came through the big rapid section.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, and I think it was one of those things, you probably spoke to him, I don't know, but he felt the need to do that. Like,
he loves that.
Just
he's the best. Yeah,
man.
Cool. It's big effort, huh?
It is. It's not easy.
No, it's not easy, bro. It's not easy, man. You know how many times I've fallen out? Yeah.
So now let's fast forward. Now we're here. We've got all of this stuff come together. I mean, I'll play a clip with a couple of the guys talking about how they came together as a community in order to house you.
Yeah, exactly.
And put you up.
Yeah.
Mr. Richard, he came here in 2019. We stayed with him. He saw all our problem in the community. When he went back, he told us, I'll come back I know all your problems. I lived with you. There is water, there is land, but people are starving with hunger. So when he went back, in 2022, the communications started. No, I'm now coming. Can you build me a house in the village? So we as a community, we decided to build his house on the small island. In 2024, Mr. Richard, he arrived in the village. We called a meeting. All the 3 villages, they were present there. He came with the projects now. The projects that we want to form now is Katambora food forest. The aim of this project, we want to bring back the food in the community. According to our grandfathers, the way they were living, they were only buying cloth. They were not buying food. Food, they were just when they go to the bush, there was a lot of food, but that food now is gone. So we at the Katambora food forest, we want to bring back the food again. So that's why we are planting trees. We have the farm. So our aim is to feed everyone.
In order to house you.
Yeah, exactly.
And put you up.
Yeah.
and it's, it's that one thing where I've been saying this for years. What makes somebody African is not the color of their skin. No. We become so driven by this political agenda of skin color and gender.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're a woman, or you this, or you what, and that type of identification. And I'm like, if you identify with the people and you care about the people and you are there with them, going through whatever struggles they're going through, and you're trying to help get through those struggles, you're part of that village. You're of those people. It doesn't matter your background. I've mixed with 1,000 things as well. like
beautiful mix.
And more when we come to it, I always say, like, people always say, oh, you guys, you the way you think and stuff. I'm like, I've been forced to think this way. I've been put in situations where if I didn't think this way, I would have probably died. So you come to this space, you try and help where you can, using the little that you have that's inside you. You share as much as you can. You're very open. You're always inviting people, by the way, just so you know. He's always inviting people to come and check it out. What would you say was the biggest feeling, like setting it all up? Like, when do you think, like, you actually can, I don't know, maybe you might not have looked at it, where you've looked at what you've done? Because I look at it and I'm like, oh, and we've had conversations where you're still like, nah, there's more. But there must be some sort of gratifying moment, some sort of like, wow, okay, there's something here. That feeling. Did you ever feel it, or have you felt it? When did it come? Because I look at all of this and I'm in awe. I can't speak on your behalf, but if you felt that, like, can you pinpoint anything?
Like in 3 moments. But it took a long time to get there, and I was worried. I was concerned, like, it's paradise. What's going on? I should be ecstatic. I should be elated, and then, because you stress and you work, and then you break out of society and you come here, and also we had to do a lot when I got here, so we worked hard, like really hard. Even to the extent where I said, okay guys, we're working too hard. This is not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to create peace and calmness. So I told the guys, always take time, don't rush, don't bring our culture, my culture here, where you have to eat at your lunch desk. No. So I had to decompress. And then, so you saw the moment. Remember when I showed you the lady's name on that was a highlight.
Okay.
Absolutely bringing paint and art, because my family is like my sister's huge into art, and I've loved it. And it's like to bring a picture back where, because we Ndebele tribes down south in South Africa, so you see Ndebele tribes a lot, and you go inside and colors are magical, beautiful. And so I'm trying to inspire art and color and bring color back. So that's naturally made.
Nice.
And I said, Veronica, please do whatever you want. Draw mushrooms. Like, yeah, of course, draw mushrooms. So she did that highlight. And then the second highlight was taking a walk up onto the hill on my own and sitting there and watching the sunset. And then you see the silver Nyami, you see like the whole floodplain in the Zambezi. You're like, oh man, that was really. And then another site was 4 or 5 days ago, and we can actually go up there tonight if you stay. It was where we're going to put the banana plantation right at the top. There's a view, and you've got the mountains, well, the hills, and then the floodplain. It's just like so that was another highlight. Yeah,
man, and it's so odd because I was driving from Mungu and I also looked out at the Zambezi and I parked, and my wife tells me to slow down because I'm A to B. As you say, the culture that I have is exactly what needs to happen. Let's get it done.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, but you're missing out on the journey, you know? And life is a journey. And if you don't take those moments to take a deep breath and digest, then you miss it. You know, it's not going to come back around. Like that painting's there now, yes, and it's going to be there for a while. But that moment where it was made, if you don't stop to take that in, it's there. It's, you know, you've missed the moment that it was completed.
Yeah.
And it's something that I wish more of us would do. You know, just take a breath, slow down, and embrace what's going on around you. And that's what the boat did for me last night. I was in a panic, in a rush, and all sorts.
Yeah, difficult to get you.
And then when I got here, it's like you get on that Makoro, and as it went round, it just grounded me.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this is cool. This is really, really amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, I don't want to touch too much on any of the other aspects because you are such a positive soul. You're such a beautiful soul. You know, we've kind of talked around all of the amazing stuff that is going on here. What's your vision or your dream for this space?
So yeah, for the research center, growth and research center, we've just added that in, is to become a free hub for scientists, researchers, speakers, people who are interested in Earth. Anyone who wants to come out here is free to come out.
Yeah.
Add value. We'll build and extend the chalets so we can sleep. At the moment, sleep 12 people. We'll extend that out. I don't know. But that's the plan for here. The plan for the food forest is to do the full length of the Zambezi as phase one. So let's save the river.
Yeah.
Let's save the Zambezi.
Nice.
We can do it, huh?
Yeah.
And the most important thing, it'll be free food along the river.
Yeah. That's
free food. It won't even be a concept in 5 generations times. It'll just be like we are now. The concept is to go and buy food, but 5 generations ago we didn't go and buy food. We had our food, we shared our food. So we can do that. We can just, the corridor, the Zambezi corridor can go back to having a mindset of food is just there, really available. Yeah. Abundant.
And it should be. It should be like the river is a life source.
So shall it be.
You know, and it shouldn't be any other way.
Exactly.
It's like,
we left the Garden of Eden.
Yeah. And now look at us.
Now look at us.
So I'm not going to round this up because there's one like rugby.
Yeah, love it.
I have to like I would feel so crappy not talking about rugby
same.
in this moment. Okay, so tell us about your rugby journey. Like
it's one of failures. It's sad. I knocked a ball on once, and that was
it. A knock on forever.
A knock on forever. It's true, but it's true. It was a sad moment. At a horrible age as well, 18, 19. Knocked the ball on. I could have won the game for the team, been a hero, drank the champagne, but we lost.
What team were you playing for?
For Kersney, against Affis.
Oh man.
At St. John's Festival in 2000. If I'm not mistaken, at the field watching was the doctor.
Oh my gosh.
I know who else was there. There were a few people watching that day because it's Affis.
Yeah, everyone's there.
Yeah. Doosh, knocked it on. And it was such an easy try I would have scored. Instead of giving the ball to Dave York, who was an incredible player, a great 8th man, Matt, my mate, dummy Dave, and gave it to me, and I wasn't watching.
Dummy both of you.
I was just running my line. I ran that line 1,000 times, bro. Awareness, huh?
Yep.
If
Yep.
if I had that intelligent level of awareness, I would have realized, try, but I didn't.
Oh.
But we still had lots of great games afterwards, and I had a lot of fun playing rugby. And rugby's given me an incredible, an absolute. I've actually had to de-lock from the code of rugby because
Yeah.
it got too strong at one stage. It's such an incredible sport. You go out and fight warriors.
Yeah.
Then afterwards, especially in European culture, not in South African culture. South African culture is lame. European culture, when I was playing in Scotland, you get into a fight, you're like, oh, I hate that guy. And then afterwards you're going to have dinner and you're like,
You're having
what?
beers and
Yeah,
you're
beers,
laughing.
you're
And
you're like,
and oh, you remember?
yeah, it's like,
yeah,
oh, you did that. Yeah, well, you did that. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And now you're mates. And then it's a different type of rugby. That's why I think our rugby is different, because the Bulls hate the Sharks.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we have when we Transvaal play against the Bulls, we have it's a horrible encounter.
It's not.
It's
war.
not enjoyable.
It
Yeah,
is
it's
war.
war.
It is war.
Yeah.
And it's such an odd thing, because like you think about how these things even got to this stage. It's like how, like where? It's like how gang violence, like you know, gangs fight each other. You're like,
Yeah.
how have you come to this point where you hate each other to that extent just because of the color of the shirt you're wearing? But when we think about it, your first
Yeah, it's true that, bro.
It's-
It's manipulative.
it is
Yeah.
yeah. So what was your first, like, how did you find rugby? Like, when did you start playing? How old were you?
So I played football like you did, soccer,
Yeah.
and I enjoyed it. I really loved it. And then I had never heard of the school I was going to. I just saw a videotape, and I was
Yeah.
like, to my dad, is that really a school? He's like, yeah, if you can get in, you can go. I was like, what do you mean? So we went, and I was a bit of a sportsman, not a great academic, not bad. And I got into the school, and I was like, okay, cool. Horrible experience in the beginning. It's an awful experience. As a Vali, they call us, a Joburg boy going to a Durban school there. Not taken nicely. So you go in, and I'm like, okay, where's the soccer? I was rollerblading, BMXing, mountain biking, and like, you know, just doing Joburg sports, you know, like, and then no rugby. Like, what's that? Never heard of rugby. And then straight into your B team, under 14 Bs. And the first match, I scored 3 tries. No idea what was going on.
You just
Because I played
picking
lock. In those days, you could, if you kicked the ball out on the dead ball line or on the try line, you
Yeah.
could have a line out right there.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, yeah.
So in that match, we had a good kicker, line out. All I had to do was, and they just
Kick,
put me, and I fell over, and I scored a
yeah,
try.
yeah.
I did 3 of those. I was like, wow, that's great.
Like, this is rugby.
Yeah, it was great. And then you had mates, and then you had friends, 14 Bs, 15 Bs, 16 Bs, fourths. And then the first team coach came to me and said, okay, Rich, yeah, if you train, so I was tall, he said, if you train and you go this holiday, I'll give you a chance to try on the first team. I said, really, sir? He said, yeah. Go train. I said, okay, cool. Went home. Okay, Dad, this is what the coach said. He said, okay, cool. So I got given a personal trainer, and holy shit, we trained. Like, he trained me, plyometrics was just coming out, so we really started, like, he said, we'll go slowly. Incredible human, like, trained me intensively, got back straight into first team. That year almost got chosen for Craven Week.
Oh, wow. Wow.
That next year I made Natal under 19, still playing at school, so it was great. So it was like playing lock, and then I got into the SA Institute for Rugby in Rau in Johannesburg, and I was like, perfect. But I had no education of rugby. My dad didn't, no one in my family did, so I had no manager, I had no idea. I like to party, I like being with my mates, I like going out, and I had no one managing me.
So you pretty
So-
much were living your best life.
Yeah.
As a teenager.
As you should.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I went to Cape Town to go and visit my mates for Christmas, and I remember phoning my old boy and saying, Dad, I ain't coming back. He said, I knew you wouldn't, because he was like Cape Town a long time, and he's like, okay, fine. So he said, you have to find yourself you have to study. So I was like, okay, shit. So I went and knocked on UCT's door. No, you can't apply in January. What do you mean? I'm here. I'm playing rugby for your team. Enroll me. No, sorry. So I tried to find, I got varsity college in the Cape Town,
Yeah.
which is great. It's like 30 girls, me and one black dude. I'm like, fucking great. This is great. So I ended up doing like a communication science. Yeah, for 3 years and stayed in Cape Town. It was incredible, bud.
So
And then played for UCT. That was a lot of fun. And we had and the 21 team, we had an incredible team. The first time we beat Marty's in, you can check the record books, a long time.
Yeah.
We pumped them in Stani Craven's stadium. I don't know what the stadium's called, but it was excellent, man. What a night. We went out and ripped it.
And it's just such an odd thing because this game that people like, I want my sons to play rugby. My son's into football, one of them, 8-year-old. He played rugby for when he was under 6. I took him to go and play at Harlequins, and he scored like 10 tries. I was like, you're natural. Just go on. You know, my journey was a lot different. I tried to play football because my dad and them all played football, and the school was like, oh, we need a rugby team. I was playing like C team football, B team if lucky, and I was like, I put my hand up. I was the smallest of the lot. Never played rugby in my life. There was maybe like 3 guys that played rugby, and I remember getting the ball and just running, like gunning down the line, and no one could get me.
Yeah.
And that was like my opening. I was like, I love this game. I'm good at this. I can do this. And my mom said I had to stop playing because I got tackled when we were playing this private school. Kids were like all taller than us and stuff. I felt like a malnourished kid.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
And but rugby changed the way I think about life. You know, it's like I say this to my sons. Football you play, rugby it's not a game. Like you can die on a rugby field. It's serious.
Yeah.
And it's shaped the way I pick my team. You know, it shaped the way we go to war together.
Yeah.
You know, and we always trying to make sure we look out for each other.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it also has helped me because the culture that I experienced. Zim, it's a bit like South Africa in terms of high school, where when the game ends, we could still be fighting.
Yeah.
But in the UK, that idea of, hey, thank you for the game, that's been one of the most beautiful things I've experienced in sport.
Yeah,
you know, being able to thank your opponent.
Yeah.
Because without them, you would never have had the opportunity to actually do this.
Exactly.
You know, and
it finishes the game.
It does.
If you go away hating each other, what is it?
It still carries on.
Yeah,
It's like you've carried this feeling with you.
Yeah.
But it draws into, and I don't know if you've ever heard about Ubuntu.
Yeah, of course. Okay. I was going to mention it earlier, but I don't want to be cliche. Because it's true.
It's true, but it does. It draws into that.
100%.
It's like,
I've tested it.
please talk.
No,
tell us more.
No, I didn't want to. Because it's a true thing.
It is something else. Like
It's something else. It actually baffles me. It's incredible.
There's so much to our cultures as people. There's so much to life, and when we start to just live with the people that are around us, we start to actually live, you know, and stop surviving.
If there's food.
If there's food.
If there's food.
If there's food.
If there's food. Otherwise, there's still survival because we have everything here except food, and we're on survival mode. And you can see the psyche. You can see it. It's survival mode. It's magical, but it's locked in poverty. Locked in poverty.
How long do you think it will take to turn that, to like flip that cycle? Like you've got the food in the ground.
I can tell you where we are now. For the communities, the Kickstarter block, it takes 3 years before you are functionally feeding the village. Everyone's got food. Everyone's got a staple diet. 6 years, you're starting to get like the fruits, the nuts, mangoes. You know, those are lovely. When those start coming in, avos start coming in, cashews a bit later. Those then you're going to establish forest. Then they're safe. Then you can step away.
Right. So 6 years.
And then you're thriving. Then your whole psyche changes, and then we're going back to be a happy people again. Not long.
6 years is not a lot.
No.
And when you look in the grand scheme of things, we've suffered for how many years? 6 years is not a long time.
6 decades we've probably suffered. Probably no longer.
Yeah.
Probably since the 40s, 50s, 50s. So 7 decades.
7, yeah. Yeah, with ease.
75 years we've been suffering.
Suffering.
And
then there's a behavioral
hoodwinked.
thing.
It's called being hoodwinked.
Yeah, it is. It is. Like Like,
It's fine. We realize we're just gonna just alter back to. We'll just get our own food. Thanks. We don't want to buy it from Johannesburg, coming out of a AI factory.
No.
That's cool.
We don't
We're
need
like
that.
a real orange or a nachi.
we want what's
Nachi.
here.
Yeah.
Oh man. So here we are. We're looking. You've got another 4 to 5 years before you reach that stage of this part.
Yeah.
And
Early placenta starts like first 3 years, late placenta 3 to 6 years, 7 years early forest, and then
10 years,
late forest from 20 onwards.
you're done.
Then we're established. At 20 years we're getting established. 20 years.
Man.
But that's the forest, eh? The thing we're trying to do now is alleviate poverty and get food. So let's, instead of going to Livingston, which is 52 k's on dirt road, so it's 70 k's roughly from here, there and back, to go and get a bag of staple diet food, maize or mealie meal.
Whatever.
We
Yeah.
make it here
Yeah.
at half the price.
Yeah.
So at first our team gets first food free.
Yep.
If
And
you're in
then,
the team, then the immediate family, so our immediate family is 125 people.
nice.
They get next free maize. And whatever veggies, cabbage, tomatoes, rape, all coming in. Then our larger community get it at a gate price.
Nice.
And it's like at least like 30 to 50% of what the cost is.
Yeah.
So it's like, let's say it's 344 kwacha in ShopRite,
Yeah.
it'll be 240 kwacha here
Yeah.
for gate price. That
Yeah.
means you can still trade. That means
Yeah.
you can come and buy from me,
And
and
you
you can
can
go
take
to
it.
the market.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's like
up to you.
wholesale price.
Yeah.
And then with our retail shops, we're retailing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Retail price.
Yeah. So that's what all goes community, all stays in the community, owned by the community, managed by the community. So when the money starts coming back in, we choose as a community, as elders and leaders, what do we want to do? And then you become autonomous yourself, and a percentage has to go back for infrastructure.
Yeah. Planting.
So 15-20% to more pumps, more tanks, more drip irrigation, more
Everything.
solar, tools, spare wheels.
What you name it.
Exactly. It must build up a nice workshop of equipment, so if we do have problems, then we can just take from our equipment that we've saved up.
Yeah. I mean, people, if you guys are not, if you need to go somewhere and see something that's just life-changing, I recommend they come here. Honestly speaking, we've just spent a couple of hours in the actual grounds looking at things, and I woke up to monkeys on my roof.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. This, like as you said, we're spiritual, but we don't want to put, it is that it just draws you in from the deepest parts of your soul.
Yeah.
Thank you for this.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, brother.
Thank you for this.
Yeah, of course.
Because I know, like, we've also talked about wanting to take a back seat, both of us. Like, I've taken so many years away from being in front of the screen, and you're like, yeah, and I was like, well, we need to have conversations at least.
Yeah.
And you're doing something where it is always community led.
Yeah.
When did you stumble upon this idea of community led before we close it off?
And I think it comes from that rugby culture, and from being in a sport where you literally can go out and die, and you certainly do go out and want to kill.
Yeah.
I mean, 100%. If I can take someone off the field,
I'm gonna do it.
I've done it.
Yeah, yeah.
And you pump yourself up, and you're like, fuck yeah. But that's horrible. But that's what it is. So, and I've had that sport when you lock in with your mates. I mean, that is still my best friend. My lock partner and I are. That'll never ever. It's
a bond.
It's a brotherhood, an absolute bond.
Yeah.
And all the players I've played with and against, it's an immediate connection. It's immediate understanding. It's a sync. Okay, now we can move together. Individuals, but that's what's beautiful at rugby. 1 to 15, now even to 23. Everyone is a character.
Yep.
Everyone has a mask. Everyone has a dance. It's wonderful. That's it. That's the beauty of it. So to create the community, that's what I want to create. It's created. I just want to come in and not influence the system, but be part of the system. And then grow the system together and create an ecosystem.
Nice.
Yeah. And not have my influence That's why I have no other influence on decisions of community. Nothing. Don't listen to me. I'll give you my advice, but it's the wrong advice.
Yeah.
Because I don't want you to turn into the West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys give us what
Yeah.
you know. Like
Yeah,
you have
exactly.
knowledge, you have something here,
You have it all.
and
we just got to get it out.
I want to learn from you.
Exactly.
You know.
Show what we've got.
Yeah.
What can work. There's some
Yeah.
great tech. There's some great. It's the Jadam farming.
Yeah.
That
you
is
talk about that,
unbelievable. Jadam. Jadam. That is the only way to go. No one would have known that unless some dude in Korea didn't share it with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now he shared it globally for free.
Yeah.
And now we all, it's incredible. So that's low cost. So we can now practice farming, natural farming from the trees, watching nature, and make our fungicide, our pesticide, our anything. Termite repellents, mosquito repellents.
Man,
Yeah.
Africa, it's like time to wake up. Like
Yeah, exactly. Time to unite.
Yeah, like we need to come
Yeah,
together. There's so many
exactly.
leaders doing so many great things,
Exactly. One, you need to unite, bro. That's what we need to do.
and make magic happen.
Exactly.
We're gonna say peace and go and get some food, but thank you for this conversation, and everybody at Underrated Ideas and Underrated Individuals, thank you guys for subscribing and for keeping up to date with what we're up to. I want to see you guys in Katambora. Make sure you take pictures and tag us. Peace.
Nice, bro.